I'll tell you what, when you get ZZ Top coming through like that, you know you're in good shape, because you get ZZ Top, man. If you were to put ZZ Top's beard on top of a head, it would be like an old hillbilly or something, you know, like taking it back to the Mason-Dixon line, you know what I mean? Just don't cross the barbed wire. I mean, that's what happens when ZZ Top hits one of the blue solos, man. Every time he hits the blue solos, man, he twists it up so hard, man. That's ZZ Top twisting it up, man. You know what I mean? Just pulling off that string, man. Pull off the string like the blues ZZ Top, you know what I mean? Tipping it up that high, yes. Up in there. See it? You know what I mean? So our next comedian coming up is another hilarious man. He actually just won the open mic throwdown at the Looney Bin Comedy Club. The champion, Dave Short. Come to the stage, Dave Short. Paging Dave Short. Dave Short. Woo!
Bring it, baby.
What's up, y'all?
What's up? Yeah.
I love being in downtown Tulsa. It is my favorite place to be. I love Tulsa so much, my safe word is bop.
Yeah!
So awesome. If I had a porn name, it'd be the Golden Driller. I think it'd suit me very well.
What's up, sir?
Martin Luther King Day. I'm so pumped. I love Martin Luther King Day. It's like my favorite holiday because I get to be racist.
Yeah!
Actually, you know, I mean, I can't really be racist. I mean, I don't even like to run. So, anyways, Martin Luther King, I love what he stands for. I love what, you know, historically, all day long, quotes on the TV, Martin Luther King. It's great. My favorite quote from Martin Luther King is where he's like, you shouldn't judge people based on the color of their skin. I love it. I'm like, I tried, doctor. I really did. I tried, but I just couldn't do it. But in my defense, there's no way that Martin Luther King could have foreseen spray tan orange. There's no freaking way. I mean, if your foundation makeup is made out of Dorito dust, I mean, come on, right? I'm all for people tanning, but not under the heat lamps at Arby's, you know? Like, freaking give me a break, yeah? It makes me sound like a huge, like just this really bad person, right? Like, I'm being super racist, but is orange even a race? It's like, I would not want to, like, you know, offend anybody. What would they be called, like Neutrogenas or something? I don't even know what they'd be called. Just orange people everywhere. I could go with the Oompa Loompa, but that's the obvious joke, right? I mean, no way. No way. The Cheetorian or something? I don't even know. I usually don't tell racist jokes because once you've heard of one, you've heard of Jamal. You know? I just don't like getting into that. I would rather not. You know, I've been struggling with this whole racist thing, and slavery was bad PR for white people, and I am the spokesperson for white people. I mean, look at the skin check right here. I know you can't tell because the Budweiser red, but I am white. I am so white, my blood type is SPF positive. Okay? That's how white I am. So, I'm the spokesperson for white people, and I hate that that's our legacy, right? But you know what else is really terrible PR for white people? That To Catch a Predator house is terrible PR for white people. I'm like, dude, can you just one time film an episode in an urban neighborhood, get us a black R. Kelly peeing on some kids once? Just one time? No, like every freaking episode is a guy walks in, looks exactly like me, and he's like, hey, I'm here to screw an 8-year-old. Like, dude, come on. It's terrible. It's terrible PR. I don't need that hanging over my head. I like children. Remember when you could actually touch a kid when they come up to you? You know, like, oh, hey, Timmy, how you doing? He'll ruffle his hair or whatever. Now when a kid comes up to you, you're like, get that thing away from me, man. Oh, my God. My hands are up here. I am clearly not aroused. Walk away. Walk away. I'm backing away slowly. I do not want anything to do with this. I was just here to get some Doritos, you know, get away from me, kid. So yeah, pedophiles, they're everywhere now. It sucks, right? I mean, it's just making it awkward. All of these stupid shows on TV, it's like, you know, To Catch a Predator, and they're everywhere, like news shows and everything. There's this dude who was like groping people in Tulsa this last week. Like just the balls of people to like just go out in plain public and do this stuff, you know? It's terrible. I want to shift gears just a little bit because I can't talk about pedophiles all that long. That would be really weird. The other day I overheard a conversation between these ladies and they were really excited about cake. And I was like, hell yeah, I love cake. They're talking about how they were going to go get some cake. And I'm like, dude, I'm totally following you guys. I'm going with you. And then they show up in jogging equipment. Turns out it was a 5K. It had nothing to do with cake.
Aww.
I was so sad. It was terrible. But, you know, I would work out more. I just hate the way all of my workouts end the same way. I'll start out picking up 2 15, 20-pound dumbbells, start doing some curls. Then I'll end with me on the floor in the fetal position in a pool of my own tears singing We Are the Champions to myself. We are the champions, my friends. Boom, boom, boom. If you don't do the boom, boom, booms when you do We Are the Champions, you're dead to me. Just get out. Just leave right now. Okay? If you don't do the boom, boom, booms, just go. I don't need you here. You know? Sheila, get out. I know you don't do it. I'm kidding. It really sucks, you know? I do try to work out. I mean, I'm not as big as I used to be. But every time I go to the gym, it's really awkward, you know? I walk in and I can automatically see and feel, like literally feel the women dressing me with their eyes. They're like, dude, is that a midriff shirt? Put on longer clothing. Your belly button is bigger than Stargate, bro. Like, Jesus Christ. You know how bad it is to be fully clothed after a shower and then like 10 minutes later have water just start pouring out of your Teletubby hole? It is terrible. It's not good at all. I like to lean on this mic stand, but I'm a little worried that I'm going to break it because... Yep, fat guy on a little stage. Yeah, you break your bite. I was having lunch with one of my lady friends the other day, and she leans over at me and she goes, "This is gonna sound really racist." And I'm like, oh yes, bring on the awesome. Anytime a conversation starts that way, I'm like, this is a phone a friend moment. Hold on, please. I call my voicemail so I can record this stuff, you know? I'm like ready to go. And she goes, "There seems to be a lot of Asian people in this restaurant." And I go, "That's it? That's not racist. That's like an observation." Now, if you would have been like, "There's a lot of fucking Asians in this motherfucking place," then that would have been racist. Obviously, the way you said it obviously says that you have a problem with there being Asian people there. But I don't even know the stereotype for that. I mean, is there a stereotype for like Asians just being in a place like, coming in here, taking all the tables, eating all of our food? No, there's nothing like... The only Asian stereotype I know is about driving, right?
Yeah.
And that's a pretty lame one. And the only reason why it's a stereotype is there's no middle ground. It's like, there's always this... It's either the guy in the Tokyo Drift coming in at 90 miles an hour, sideways, parallel parking, and then he dances his way into the club with like futuristic hair. Or it's the Asian guy who's like stopped in the middle of an intersection. He's like, I don't know. It's just boring. I just gave up. I don't.